This will be an interesting review. Piranha 3 Double D. Yes, I said it. 3 Double D. And I already know what 3 Double D would stand for. The movie. That's basically what the title means. Here we go. Piranha 3 Double D. It's stupid. It's a stupid comedy horror. It's complete shit. I don't want to review this movie. But I have to anyway. You know why? Because I do like it. It's a sequel to Piranha 3D. Because, well, who wouldn't? So, it's a year after the attack on Lake Victoria by prehistoric piranhas. And they just attack, kill, boobs all over the movie. No, I'm serious. They just, sort of Danielle Panabaker, Matt Bush, David Kosher, Katrina Bowden, Christopher Lloyd, and yes, David Hasselhoff. Buddy, I wish you weren't in this. This is pretty sad. Oh, man. And the box office got above its budget. How is that possible? I really don't care. This movie is really stupid. It strains up to the gore of self-awareness of its predecessor, and it has gang celebrity camos, but this is a result of a dispiriting echo of 2010's horror comedy. At least for on a 3D, at least it had some reason to do it. This don't. This is worse than Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 or 2. Don't get me started with that. Piranha 3 Double D is maybe with me one of the worst prequels, sequels, whatever this is, ever made. Because when you think about it, what's the reason of doing this? What's the reason of making this sequel? Honestly, nothing. They do it because for the boobs in 3D. When people went to see this in theaters, the guys thinking of one thing and one thing only: boobs in 3D. Okay, that's fine. This movie's up to self-parody so much that it's practically a Wayne's Brothers spoof, albeit with fewer jokes. The acting in this movie, I would say it'd be okay. It's not complete shit in a way, but in a way it just wouldn't even matter because most of them are women in this movie, so who gives a shit? The dialogue in this movie is pretty stupid too. I mean, what the hell were they thinking in this movie? The effects in this movie are good. They are, actually, surprisingly, something good about this movie. But there are some stupid things about this movie, and it's going to be kind of hard to explain it. So, I will actually tell you one of the reasons. Oh, boy. Well, these characters, two characters were having sex. The piranha and the woman's vagina bites a guy's penis, forcing them to chop off the organ with a knife. Are you serious? Are you serious? They actually did this in this movie. Director, you're pretty dumb. One of the things that really aggravate me about this is because when you think about it, they did it just because they felt like it. For sequels, you're supposed to do it for a reason, and a reason only. This director had no purpose whatsoever. And the more I think about it, it's going to be worse than maybe other sequels. Like, let's think about it. Like I said, I don't know, maybe any of the Twilights. But at least the Twilights have a reason to keep going. Because of the box office. And Stephanie Meyer. That's why. But this movie has no purpose. At least Twilight's got a reason. This one don't. This is just to make money off of it. Like, hey, paycheck. They do it for the paycheck. Fucking idiots. This movie has a budget for $5 million, but the box office got $8 million. This came out in, June 1st of 2012. And the more I think about it, this kind of feels like a January movie. I don't know why, but it does. The story of this movie is complete ridiculous. Well, the more you think about it, like I said, Piranha 3D had a reason. It's not good, but it had a reason. This is the lame excuses for like maybe horror remakes like The Fog, Psycho, whatever else they've made. This feels like a remake, and it's complete shit. And they opened a water park calling it Big Wets. Big Wets. Who the hell came up with that? I have no idea. And they decided to do water-certified strippers into this water park adult theme section. Okay. This would pretty much prove it. This movie's 83 minutes, and I'm glad it's 83 minutes. I'm glad it didn't go any higher and longer than that. It's just, The women in this movie, I'll say it in my naughty way, they are hot, but in my mature way, they're just there to be in the movie. They're there to be killed, and they're there to be just there, I guess. I guess that's how you would call it. People don't like this movie. At least people like Piranha 3D. Overall, this movie, it's shit. The acting's ridiculous. The dialogue is stupid. The story in this movie is awful. And a piranha biting off a guy's penis. Why would they do that? Again, because they wanted to. Overall, this movie is absolute shit. This movie gets an F for sure. This might be one of the worst movies from 2012 for me. And I would see why, because if you just do this for fun, then you're making yourself look stupid. Director, you're pretty stupid. And that's pretty much it in this review. Thank you very much for listening. If you like what you heard, good. If you like what you did not heard, you didn't like it, I mean, fine, whatever. Let's like this movie because of women and their boobs, fine, whatever. If you want to do that, good. If you want to do that for a reason, search it up on the internet. That's what the internet's for. Go to Google to do that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Goodbye, everybody.